Okay, so this is a bit of an update on the scratch build. Well, the uh, the neck is screwed. Uh, the bandsaw that I have is not big enough to cut the width of the neck blank to make it a headstock in any kind of way. And I hate trains. And sorry about that. And any headstock material that I have won't match the grain and won't match. I just can't do it. So I've ordered a semi-made neck. I know that's a bit of cheating, but the bandsaw that I had used to have access to the make things proper is gone. My friend's gone, so I have no access to a bandsaw at the moment to to do it. So I have to kind of cheat with that. I have to get a semi-made neck that I got from I've ordered from another luthier on eBay. Uh, it's basically been cut out and the headstock in a paddle, at least angled, thankfully. But it has no truss rod, no fretboard, no holes drilled, etc. And I'll have to match the. I'll have to do some scraping and sanding on the neck anyhow to get it to the feel that I want for it. Uh, so I'm gonna have to go that way. Um, it's not ideal, and I feel bad about that. But so that means I have to wait for the neck to come here to make sure that I can route a neck pocket on the body that will fit the neck width. I don't want to just go by what they said on the description. I go by the actual physical measurements, which is what you should do. Even if you go online and you buy one of those cheap Chinese necks or whatever, um, don't route and neck drill and route and neck pocket until you've got it in your possession. Take the proper measurements. Use a micrometer. Don't just say, "Oh, it's 56 millimeters." Yeah, I'm gonna rough that out, and find out that it's actually hmm uh 54, and then you end up with 2 millimeter space, and well, you're pooched. At least if it's bigger, you can route out a bit more in the neck, but even then, half a millimeter here, half a millimeter there. Get what I'm saying? Guided down, it's not the easiest thing to do. So when the neck arrives, I will go ahead and do that. Do the rest of it. I do feel bad about this. Uh, I went through all my wood stock that I have. Let's see about okay, cutting off certain amount and cutting an angle, and I just could and all the wood stock I have, none of the wood matches the grain of the neck I have, which was a flame maple neck. I wanted that was highly figured. I just wasted an $80 neck down the tubes. So let this be a lesson. When you buy a bandsaw, uh, make sure that it's good for everything. Not what I did a couple years ago and buy a bandsaw that is basically good for most things, not everything. Um, Lesson learned. Hard. God, this camera makes me look huge. Really, not that huge. I've actually lost 20 pounds in the last month. I'll never figure out cameras. Anyhow, yeah, I'm not fat. I'm fluffy. So yeah, so stay tuned for more on that. In the meantime, do have some guitars that I'm going to be working on that I'll probably put on. One is a BC Rich Warlock rebuild that I'm doing, and I have a kit guitar that was mutilated that somebody gave me that I'm gonna turn into something cool. Basically the paint job was done really really bad, and it's like, hey, you take it, I don't want it. So I'll try that. Um, and I'll have a headless bass which I could have made this a headless bass, but too late. I don't have the gear for it right now, but I will be in the future making a headless bass because I have some wood where the body joint got a little screwy, and I had to cut more off, and it's not wide enough for a proper guitar. Your standard guitar measurements, it's going to be like 14 inches this way. So I'm going to make it, some sort of headless thing. So that's going to be cool. It's going to be a flame maple top. It's already glued on. I just got to join it. So anyhow, hope you keep watching and check out the stuff later on.